Hello guys, Alex, Uriality here, and today we're here for round 9 of the AIRS Championship. Today we're here in beautiful Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. This is quite a historic track, obviously going through the Ardennes forest, and albeit not quite the hell it used to be where you went through the forests and, well, 50-50 chance of either getting hit by a seagull or something, or or just crashing into a tree or a fence or something. Bring back old F1, they said. Ah yes. Anyways, let's get down to the grid. On pole position, and this is quite spectacular really, especially around a track like this, where it's a very long lap, Finley Taylor and Thomas McHugh, your 1-2, had the same lap time. I don't know how that happened, but it did. They tied on the same lap time, both McLarens. Then we have Michael Valjac and Louis Sage. James Smith and Mitchell Langenberg. Murray Sr., who's recently announced that he'll be retiring at the end of the season. And Christopher Coburn, rounding out the top 8. Then we have Harvey, Gradin, Kopich, Regani, De Jong, De Campo, Curtis, Risotto, Akikawa, not good from her, Fischer, Barton, Opner, Poke, not good from Poke either, but he's had a bit of a downturn in form. Then we have Kelly, Feather, Aguirre, Granville, and Tanius rounding out the grid. Great qualifying from Tanius, qualifying for, I believe it is his second race. 2 out of 9 for him, not bad from the AGS outfit. And without further ado, let's start this race. Bring up the lights. Now the lights are on the right here. They're the lights. When they go green, there we go. And it's lights out and away we go. Up into La Source for the first time. Let's hope everyone gets through cleanly. Oh, there's a wing going already. Oh, it's not clean. It's not clean. Valjac is without a wing. I thought I saw a Jordan without a wing. And it is. It's Johan de Jong. Why don't we get a replay of that start? Let's go on board with, I believe this is Johan de Jong. As you see, there's wings. There's 2 wings. I think that was a Ferrari front wing. We're actually on board with Gradin, but there's de Jong at up ahead. And indeed, yes, he has lost his front wing. Let's try grab and see who that Ferrari was. It is James Smith. James Smith has also lost his front wing. Never mind that though. Let's quickly check if anyone else has lost their wing. There's Johan de Jong. Nothing he can really do. Of course he's going to hold up the field, but he has a right to do so. Going down the field, Opner has lost his front wing. I need to destroy my AI car. Has Poke lost his front wing? Yes, he has. La Source is always a difficult one to navigate. Let's quickly take out my AI. Back up front. P1 at the moment. Thomas McHugh. Followed by Louis Sage. Followed by Finley Taylor. Michael Valjac has managed to stay P4. Even without his front wing. This is a brilliant lap from him. To be able to do that with Isabel Harvey in 5th, this is great from her. Then we have the 2 Benettons. Justin Regani, this is brilliant from him. And there are the drivers who have lost their front wings, they're all dropping backwards. Let's go on board with Mitchell Langenberg here. As we head up towards the bus stop chicane, go left, right, and then flat. As Valjac pulls into the pits. As Christopher Coburn's having a look up the inside here. You're going to go down 2 on the inside of 2, and he's spun. He's spun. Christopher Coburn. Very ambitious with that move. He's pulled off to the right, just in case there was other cars trying to come through, but no, he has a nice gap. And Justin Regani in the points here. This is brilliant from him. Up front though. Side by side, it's Louis Sage and Thomas McHugh. Thomas McHugh taking a little bit more speed into the corner and gets it closed off. Lap 2 of 15 we have today on this long circuit, and Thomas McHugh has got the fast lap at the moment, but expect to see that drop into the low 150s, maybe a 51-52 we're looking for today. And there's this beautiful downhill left-hander here into a right-left down the bottom end of the circuit. Thomas McHugh navigating this brilliantly at the moment. Why don't we sit on board and watch his steering movements. Probably about 30 degrees of lock to the right through these both right-handers, and now back up the straight up towards Blanchimont. Goes round the left-hander, and here's Blanchimont. No curb on the inside, so you got to be careful. Goes right and then brakes down into the bus stop chicane in first gear, 60 mile an hour. And as soon as you get out of there, no need to put the brakes on at all. You're flat right up to the line. That's a 54.0 for Thomas McHugh as he heads towards La Source. Absolutely brilliant there. Takes the optimum line. Isabel Harvey's now got the fast lap of the race. She's in 4th. 53.7. This is brilliant from her. Now we watch Mitchell Langenberg, Coburn Curtis. Curtis didn't quite get the right line there. Akakawa running a little bit wide. But so is Regani, Gradin and Kopic. Looks like Kopic got a move done. We're going to move backwards now and see where everyone is. The two Ligiers are having a good race here. Zeddy Taney's up into 20th. It looks like De Campo has lost his front wing. And let's see how he's done this. Gini De Campo has lost his front wing. His teammate is running up in the top 10. But Gini De Campo has not had such luck. As we rewind to try and find the replay. In the background I can see Zeddy Tanius and Ligiers. It might be a turn 1 collision here. Indeed it is, right here. So he's up the inside of Granville. Granville gives him no space. That could be a penalty. Granville was clearly pushed him into the inside barrier. De Campo was clearly alongside. Looks like Granville might have a bit of damage actually. He's going slowly. And now he rockets off. But Granville, that's not good driving from him. Let's escape, and yeah, that is De Campo in. And here's Valiak. Valiak has obviously lost his front wing on the first lap after a collision at La Source. We need to go backwards to see who else. There's Weth Poke. I assume he's done the same. Let's go back up to the front. And we see Thomas McHugh under attack from Louis Sage. The gap is 0.3 of a second. And in third, there's Finney Taylor, a further 3 seconds back. Lap 3, 15. Thomas McHugh. Obviously, Thomas McHugh in the last race won the race. Good performance from him, closing up the gap in the Drivers' Championship. It's still quite a monumental task to close down Valiak, but this is really going to help with Valiak so far down in the order. And actually, here comes Louis Sage. I cut myself off there. Louis Sage up the inside at the bus stop, and he's made it work. And that is Louis Sage retaking the lead. As it looks like Finley Taylor's just at a 52.1. That is a rapid lap. As they're all going to concertina up now, as they head down towards Eau Rouge and Radillon. Beautiful camera we have there. And they come over the crest of the hill. Not much runoff on the right. And here comes McHugh. And he's going for the move. As we look left, he's alongside, and it looks like he's going to have the move done on Louis Sage. Indeed he does. That is brilliant. Let's quickly go to the back and see. Yeah, Giancarlo De Campo is down. Then we have Weth Poke, Opner, De Jong, Smith, Valiak. And Valiak's going to be closing up to Tanius and the Ligiers very soon. And yeah, settle down a little bit, everyone gapping out, as you can see on the bottom left display, where they have little circles showing their positions. It's quite a spread out field at the moment. Unsurprising when you have so many incidents, but that's okay. This track gets tight in places and not always easy to overtake if you're not going to overtake them on the straights. Let's watch Louis Sach here, as he's going to try and look up the inside of Blanchimont, but he's going to have to wait until the bus stop. Is he going to put it up the inside? Yes, he does, as he takes the lead once again. Thomas McHugh perhaps playing with him here. It looks like the two McLarens have got the pace, judging by, you know, the fast lap of the race and all that stuff. Let's watch him. Brilliant. It takes that corner brilliantly, does Louis Sach, just inches away from the wall. As we're getting to see them go through the Eau Rouge. Kind of cut away there. Sorry about that. And it looks like these three, Isabel Harvey completely alone on the track. 7 seconds forward, 7 seconds back. Looks like Isabel Harvey is in a very certain P4 at the moment. This is brilliant for the British driver. Back up front, Louis Sach. Been the better of the two Williams drivers, I'd like to say, through these last few races. The championship doesn't show that, but Louis Sach with 2 wins to his name now, albeit one of them was a non-championship race. And Thomas McHugh winning the last one out in Hungary. It's these three got a brilliant opportunity to close back up on Michael Valyak here. Say if Thomas McHugh wins, the gap will be down to just 4 points, and that indeed means we have a championship battle. You wouldn't have said that only a few races ago when the gap was opening up to over 20, as McHugh has a little look again through Blanchimont. Perhaps he's going to put one into the bus stop. Yes, he does. It's Louis Sach and Thomas McHugh going neck and neck, toe to toe. Bit of contact there, as he has made the move and he's allowed Finley Taylor to close right up onto the back. And Finley Taylor's going to try and look up the inside, but Finley Taylor's round. Finley Taylor just tried to get up the inside. Let's get a replay of that. I mean, was he entirely alongside? I'm not so sure. He comes from a long way back. He's not even alongside. Puts his nose in. Lucky not to lose his front wing there. Louis Sach didn't really put him in the wall. There was no space in the first place. Let's talk about the Tyrrell team, and let's talk about Isabel Harvey then. The beautiful black car, I believe. Honda engine. Perhaps not making the most of it like the McLarens are, but they're certainly not doing a bad job. And Isabel Harvey is capitalising on the mistakes of Smith and Valyak. And she's up into 4th. Christopher Coburn only in 5th. Closing up to Harvey, as Harvey is closing up to Taylor. But Taylor obviously made that mistake. And back at the back of the pack, let's find where Valyak has got up to. He's in 17th now. It's a brilliant charge through the pack from him already. We'll go on board. Obviously he's had to have a new front wing as we head down the Kemmel Straight. Hitting 193. Not quite the top speed. The cars can go faster, but when you're in a car with little downforce, a lot of these corners are taken in 2nd or 3rd. Coming down towards this hairpin, it's taken in 1st actually. I expected it to be taken in 2nd really. This is a 2nd gear corner here. Only 95 miles an hour through there. And then we're going to go down towards this triple left, taking in 4th, 3rd, and back up to 4th. and then running down into the right-hander. This is going to be taking the third. Or not, he's going to take it in second. Right on the rev limiter. Let's go and check up on our leaders. As Isabel Harvey is being caught now. And it looks like Thomas McHugh on lap 7 of 15. We're at half race distance, roughly. And Thomas McHugh has gapped Sage now. Good driving from the Irishman. Probably I'd say the main title contender at the moment. As I said earlier, he would close the gap to 4 points in the championship if it stayed like this. That is indeed very exciting, and I cannot wait to see the state of the championship as a bike goes past my house. Brilliant. Anyway, why don't we... In fact, let's look at the fast lap, and it is a 151.777 by Christopher Coburn. As we're going to go back, and Coburn is closing. In fact, let's have a look at the two Benettons. I actually mentioned pre-race that Joseph Murray is going to be retiring at the end of this season. Not quite a shock announcement, because he'd been alluding to it, as he wants to train his newborn son up, or soon to be newborn son. Apologies for that. As his I don't know if it is girlfriend or wife, but she's pregnant, and Joseph Murray is going to have a son. And he's already vocally said that he's going to try and get him into racing. And so, with only a few rounds left this season, that means this is going to be the last you see of Joseph Murray Sr. The fact that he's leaving also, it leaves open that Benetton seat for another top class driver. And if I were to place my bet on who's going to get that driver next season, should say Benetton are confident with their package for next season, my bet would be the person behind this woman, Reina Kakawa in the Scuderia Italia. What a season she's had, being the best of the rest, not expected at all from the Tier 3 team. That honour, in fact that honour might be taken away from her if Isabel Harvey stays in 4th. That'll get her more points than Reina Kakawa has. Harvey has scored points this season as well, fair to say. But Akikawa has been incredible this season, and if it's not Akikawa, I'd say it'd probably be Harvey. Those two have been very good in the midfield this season, and I would not put it past the Benetton guys to try and scout out those two. Watch them in the next few races, that's going to be quite crucial. But up front now, we have Thomas McHugh under attack from Finley Taylor, as Taylor goes to the inside into the bus stop, not side by side. Their teammates, they don't want to fight too hard. And up towards the line to start lap 9 of 15. It was a 57.0 that lap. Not quick from the leaders, but I suppose they don't really need to be going that quick. McHugh and Sage running a little bit wide as they head up towards Eau Rouge through Radion, and along the Kemmel Straight they go. Let's sit back and watch Sage as McHugh goes to the inside slipstream. So does Sage. It's going to be a double overtake here. Taylor dropping from 1st to 3rd. Thomas McHugh regaining the lead. That is one of the best overtaking spots on the track. I say other decent overtaking spots, there aren't too many. You can slipstream along a straight, or you can put it into the bus stop or into La Source. In fact, Louis Sage up the inside, but he's lost his front wing. He's off. Sorry, Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that. Talks about overtaking spots, and Louis H puts it underneath Thomas McHugh in one of the silliest spots possible. This is a fast third gear left-hander, and he just clips the rear end. He thought there was going to be space there. Thomas McHugh really just doesn't really move off his line. Louis H just comes in with too much speed and he spins it, and that is his race over pretty much. Both Williamses are having an absolute mare. And that is Christopher Coburn has just taken P4, and that's soon to be P3. I was about to say Isabel Harvey was about to be on the podium. But now, this is quite simply a race for the two McLarens. And then there are two. As Joseph Murray Sr. has cleared his teammate, after talking about him. My goodness me, this has been a hectic race. And that is the second Williams without his front wing, as the two McLarens up front dominating proceedings. As McHugh comes across the line to start lap 10, we're going to have to see Louis H go into the pit lane. We'll come back to that later and see where he comes out. But up front, in fact, let's see where Mihail Valak has got to. I think that, yeah, there's Zeddy Chanius in 21st. There's a good performance from him. Johan de Jong is up into 19th. Great drive from Camille Fever. Smith is up into 15th, and Valak is in 14th. And here's Louis H coming out roughly around where his teammate is. Perhaps we will see a Williams battle after all. Valak is not that far away. It's 0.3 of a second. 3 seconds. The two Williams, 13th and 14th, at the points. And what an opportunity this is. Murray Sr. has now got past Harvey. I think Harvey's early race pace is dropping away now. But up front is Thomas McHugh. Favourite to win, I believe. Finley Taylor yet to win a race. I'm still shocked by that Sage incident. I expected more from him. He, for lack of a better word, he bottled it. He really did. That was not the right place to make a move. And he paid the price for sure. Williams' team are going to be having absolute... They're going to have a talk to their drivers. It's not like they took each other out. It's more of a individual thing here. The two McLarens have been crystal clean. As we're into lap 11 of 15 now. And yes, it is Thomas McHugh. With only 4 to go. In fact, here comes Christopher Coburn here. He could be a late charger. He still has the fastest lap of the race. And with the two McLarens perhaps not going so fast, Christopher Coburn could be a surprise package now. Heading down towards the second gear, right-hander here. Going around 70 miles an hour. Still bloody quick through there. For what kind of corner it is, it's off camber, and then there's the understeer city left-hander there. And down into the left-hander here, triple left. There's one apex. And there's the second. Then right and then left through the sweepers. Slight straight as you head up about to 150. And then down towards the right-hander here as they start sector 3. And it looks like Coburn has dropped off, and here comes Murray Sr. Murray Sr. could be on for a podium here. This would be redemption for all of the mediocre performances he's had this season. Let's watch. I think he's going to have a go down at the bus stop. Indeed he does. The very experienced Murray Senior has got up the inside. And Finley Taylor has now got the lead. I seem to have missed this. But Finley Taylor has now resumed the lead. And here's Matthew Barton. Let's get a replay of this. He seems to... yes, indeed, he has lost his front wing. I wonder how this has happened, though. This has got to be the most incidents we've had in a race this season. Drivers just being a bit... I don't want to say reckless, but for lack of a better word, reckless. And is it going to be down at turn 1? No, it's not. I've completely missed this. He didn't pit for 2 laps. So Matthew Barton didn't pit for 2 laps after losing his front wing somehow. I apologise for the rewind, but I do want to see how this has happened. This is meant to be the quiet stage of the race. Is it going to be down at turn 1 now? Indeed it is, yes. So he's just snagged the inside wall by turning in too early. His suspension looks relatively okay, but awful from Matthew Barton. He's down in last as he gets underway. As Matthew Barton comes out of the pits now. And Valak is... actually, he's closing down Sage. He's only 2 seconds away now. That's for sure on Origani. The 2 Leighton Houses are almost in the points, but Risotto is in the points. So is Akikawa and so is Harvey. But up front now, Finley Taylor has the lead on lap 12 of 15 with 3 to go. And Joseph Murray Sr., don't want to curse him like I just did to Coburn, but he's closing up on McHugh, only half a second away. He's on for a podium. Through the left-hander here, down towards the right-hander. No real chance to make a move until the bus stop. We'll go on board. He's closing up. Tries to take a look through Blanchimont, and now he's a bit far back. But is he going to try and dive it into the bus stop? He has a look, but not quite. It's going to be into La Source then. If he's close enough, that is. He's closing up. He's looking. And there's a front wing. And he gets hit. He gets hit from McHugh. Let's get a replay of that. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the front wing. And that looked like a Jordan front wing, if you ask me. As we head up in towards turn 1. He makes the decision really late. I don't think he was going for the move, but just hits the rear end as Thomas McHugh goes into the corner. Lucky not to lose his front wing, but if you look carefully, there's a green wing there, and that looks to be a Jordan front wing. I shall find out which Jordan that is, actually. It is Samuel Gradin. He is going to be dropping down to last, surely. As here comes Murray Senior. We'll go on board again with him. I think he's out the slipstream range, but he's going to be hitting 194 at the end of the straight. As Amir Opner is going to play a part in this, I believe. As here is the back markers, and indeed they're going to pose a challenge here, I guess. So Amir Opner getting out of the way. Amir Opner can't really do much else apart from stick with them through this corner, and McHugh should get past into this next corner. Indeed he does. And Murray Senior here, sitting in behind. Again, nothing more Otner can really do in this situation. He's just going to let everyone past. Indeed he does. That is how a back marker should let people past. Note that one, Aguirre and Jan de Backer. But it's Finley Taylor and McHugh as we're on lap 13. About to enter lap 14 with only 2 to go. As McHugh goes up the inside. And he's going to make a move stick. Imagine if it comes down to the last lap at the bus stop. Imagine. And here comes Murray Senior. He's going up the inside. That looks to be a very clean move. Hits the wall slightly, but gets the move done nevertheless. He's up into second with only 2 to go now. As it looks like Mitchell Langenberg has got past. Yes, indeed he has. As actually, here comes Christopher Coburn. Sorry, not here comes. He's lost his front wing. So Langenberg got past at the bus stop, and he just tried to put it up the inside, but carelessly hit the inside. And that is Christopher Coburn gonna have to pit. If I were Christopher Coburn, I wouldn't pit till the end, but R Factor AI. And that is going to promote Harvey back into 5th. Akikawa to 7th. 6th. 7th of Risotto. Barton is not in this battle, and it's going to promote Kopich into the points. As the 2 Williams. Let's get a replay of that. Jesus Christ. So Sage is being held up by Fishaw and Regani. And Valak has a look up the inside, hits the inside wall, pushes him out wide. And they're going side by side. In fact, this is scary. They're heading up towards Eau Rouge. Oh no, Sage has pulled back into the slipstream. They're heading up Eau Rouge now. It's Louis Sage and Valiak. As Valiant gets out of the slipstream of Fishaw. I'll head up to the leading pack in a second, but we're having a look at the 2 Williams. And it looks like Valiak has got past Sage once again. But back up front, Coburn is going to limp it back to the pits, it seems. As McHugh has a 2-second lead as we enter the dying stages, the last lap of this race. What's it going to be? Realistically, either one of these people can win this race. Either one of the drivers. As Taylor at the inside of Murray Senior going through the bus stop there. As we're going to see Langenberg. No, sorry, we're going to see Coburn pit. As he goes through the right left. And it's going to go straight into the pits. It's going to be a quick pit stop surely from Coburn. I'd expect so at least. We'll come back to that later though and see where he comes out. But we're going to go back up to the leaders. And it is McHugh. He's got 2.5 seconds on Taylor. And Murray Senior has dropped back a further 1.5. And it looks to be Thomas McHugh to lose now. Although Taylor is closing in. Go around the left-hander here. Looks like Taylor has closed the gap up to 1.1. This really could be Taylor's actually. It's half a second. This is a brilliant lap from Taylor. And just at the right time as well. And just like that, he's right on the back of McHugh. Murray Senior is going to be out of this, but he's going to claim P3 surely. Unless these two take each other out at the bus stop somehow. Up towards Blanchimont, they're following each other. This is going to be it. The final few corners. And Finley Taylor goes up the inside. And he's blocked him off. McHugh has no chance to come back. And it's going to be Finley Taylor. Oh, what a brilliant move from the Canadian. He wins his first race of the season, followed by his teammate. And that's Senior coming in third. And it's going to be Benetton 3-4. As Mitchell Langenberg claims fourth. And it's going to be Isabel Harvey. This is a brilliant performance from her in a Tyrrell. It's P5. And here comes Akikawa for sixth, or not, as that is Risotto, who's just got P6 at the dying corners. Armani Risotto then, P6 from him, as Akikawa demoted to 7th, Kopich 8th. And it looks like Louis Sage is going to recover to 9th. Now that is a recovery, and Mihail Valyak as well. 11th place from here. What the hell? Curtis has lost his front wing after the race is finished. Perhaps Curtis thought there was another one to go. I don't know. Let's go to the end screen and give you the final results. So here are the final classifications. Finley Taylor wins the race by 0.4 over Thomas McHugh. Then we have Joseph Murray Sr. and the Benetton rounding out the podium. Mitchell Langenberg, Isabel Harvey, Risotto, Akikawa and Kopich are your points finishers. Louis Sage just about finishing out of the points after losing his front wing in a clash with McHugh. Racing incident really. Perhaps more of the blame on Sage for that one. Aaron Curtis 10th, Mihail Valyak 11th, Regani 12th, for sure 13th. It's going to go down the order a little bit now, as Zeddy Tanis has just finished, and that is your finishers. Coburn Smith, Granville de Jong, Favre, Kelly Aguirre, Pope Tanius de Campo, Opner, Gradin and Barton. And that is it from me. I apologise, as I said at the beginning, if the commentary wasn't the best. It's been a difficult week, but I want to continue to make these videos happen, and we're coming to the end of the season. It's going to be contract time very soon, and I can't wait to see what the lineups for next season are going to be. But I've been Alex Toogood. This has been on the Reality channel. Do consider leaving a like, subscribing, and race results coming out shortly. Upgrades will be open. And thank you very much, and goodbye.